All right, let's evaluate with this quadratic function. So f of -1, we're just going to plug in -1 everywhere we see an x. Remember to use your parentheses wisely, which means always. Order of operations demands that we do exponents first, so -1 squared is 1, and then 1 times 3 gives us just 3. -4 times -1 next gives us a +4, and then -5. So our final answer is 7 minus 5, which is 2. Let's write our left-hand side, and we're done. Cool, let's evaluate -2a now. We're doing letter B. So this time we're plugging in an entire expression. So f of -2a, but we'll follow the same rules. Instead of x, we're writing -2a, that's being squared, minus 4 times -2a, and then minus 5. So again, exponents first, -2a times -2a gives me positive 4a squared. Next, let's multiply. That gives me negative 8a minus 5. So we're almost done. Let's just simplify this. And we're done. There's no like terms. Let's just make sure our left-hand side is clear, and we're good to go. Okay, let's move on to C. So for this problem, notice we're plugging in a binomial. So we're going to do it carefully, same as before. F of 3x minus 2. Now everywhere I see an x, so right here, 3x squared. Instead, I'm plugging in 3x minus 2 for that x. Minus 4, parentheses, 3x minus 2, and then minus 5. So exponents first, as always. Now notice this time we're squaring a binomial, so we're going to use our shortcut. Our shortcut says that when we're squaring a binomial, we use the rule a squared plus 2 times a times b plus b squared. But remembering that that first sign is going to match the middle sign, so I know my first sign is going to be negative. So let's see what we can do. Let's copy down the 3. Now we're going to square the first term, so that'll be 9x squared. The middle term is going to be 3x times -2 times 2, right? So that's the times 2 there. So let's do the numbers first. 3 times -2 is -6, times the additional 2 is -12, and then we're going to copy down our variable. Squaring our last term now for that b squared gives us a +4. Close the parentheses, and we're done with that expression. Now let's distribute this. Since we're done with our exponents, we can move on to multiplying. So it gives us -12x plus 8 and then minus 5. Okay, next step, let's distribute the 3. So we get 27x squared minus 36x plus 12 minus 12x, and 8 minus 5 is 3. We are pretty much done. Let's combine our like terms. So we have 27x squared, which has no like term. Then we have minus 36x minus 12x gives me minus 48x. And then plus 12 plus 3 gives me plus 15, making our left-hand side visible, gives us our final answer. Cool. Just going to shrink this a little bit, give us some room for our next problem. All right, so pause the video here and try letter D yourself. Again, we're plugging in a binomial, so be careful when you're squaring it to use the shortcut carefully. Okay, so hopefully you had a chance to pause and try the problem. If not, this is your chance right now. Stop the video. Okay, so we're plugging in 2x plus 1 instead of that x, and we're going to square it. Minus 4 instead of x, we're plugging in 2x plus 1, and then we're going to minus the 5 based on our formula up top. Okay, order of operations, let's carefully square that 2x plus 1. So we have a 3 in front, and then this becomes 4x squared. This times 2 gives me a plus 4x, and then plus 1 is the last term. Next, we can distribute our 4, minus 8x minus 4, and then minus 5 comes down. Distribute our 3 in our final step, and then we'll combine our like terms, and we'll be done. So we tripled all these numbers, minus 8x, and then this gives me a minus 9. So let's see, 12x squared has no like terms, so I'll copy it down. Plus 12x minus 8x gives me a plus 4x, and then plus 3 minus 9 gives me minus 6, and we're done. F of 2x plus 1 equals 12x squared plus 4x minus 6. Awesome. Let's try letter E. So this time we're plugging in a fraction. No big deal, we'll do it the same as before. So my function I'm plugging it into is 3x squared. So we're going to write f of 1 over a equals 3 1 over a squared minus 4x minus 5. So minus 4x, or minus 4 1 over a, minus 5, just like that. Okay, order of operations, exponents first. 1 over a times 1 over a gives me 1 over a squared. Make sure you can do that. Multiplying across, that's 1 over a squared. Now, putting that over 1 and multiplying across, we'll get minus 4 over a minus 5. We just need to multiply this, and we'll be done. So putting that 3 over 1, multiplying across, we get 3 over a squared minus 4 over a minus 5. Notice that we don't have any like terms. None of our exponents are the same, so we're done. Just going to make sure my left-hand side is visible and box or highlight my answer.